can start.
Hello and a very warm welcome. Thank you, Komal and Pranavi, for joining in. And today we are on chapter number 8 of this amazing book, Master Your Emotions. Today's chapter is talking about how your breathing affects your emotions. In the last few chapters, we have read about how words influence your emotions and also how the body influences our emotions. Let's understand how breathing affects our emotions. Let me quickly start sharing the screen and we can read together. How your breathing affects your emotions. You can stay without food or sleep for days, but you cannot survive past a few minutes without oxygen. While breathing should happen naturally, the truth is that many people don't know how to breathe properly. As a result, they don't generate as much energy as they could. These individuals tire more easily than others, which affects their moods and make them more prone to experience negative emotions. तो कौन बोल रहा था लास्ट टाइम कि एक्चुअली इट इज द अदर वे राउंड? लास्ट सेशन में कोई बोल रहा था ना कि जब गुस्सा आता है तब हमारी ब्रीदिंग ऐसे ऊपर नीचे हो जाती है. Who was it? I don't know who was it, but yeah,
We
it
all
was.
believe that ना कि जब गुस्सा आता है तब ब्रीदिंग ऐसे हो गई है.
Yes. तो इट इज सेइंग द अदर वे राउंड. जब एक्चुअली क्या प्रॉब्लम है दैट वी आवरसेल्व्स डू नॉट नो हाउ टू ब्रीथ प्रॉपर्ली, जिसकी वजह से जो इनफ ऑक्सीजन हमारे को मिलना चाहिए दैट डज नॉट रीच आवर ब्रेन, व्हिच टायर्स अस. इन इफेक्ट वी स्टार्ट गेटिंग नेगेटिव इमोशंस. हेलो
Deep
रिंकू,
science.
फॉर जॉइनिंग इन.
So he's saying it's not about you're getting emotion first and breathing later affected.
वो भी होता ही
Breathing
होगा.
is already.
नहीं, मेरे को लगता है वो भी होता ही होगा. बट आई अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस ऑथर ही सेइंग कि ये भी ये.
वो इसलिए होता है ना क्योंकि पहले ही it is interlinked ना. With what I am getting is you are also getting is like it's interlinked because already you are in shortage of breath, so you are get when you get some emotion like emotion or trigger point,
वो
you
और
start breathing
एग्जैजरेट हो
the.
जाता
हाँ, because you have maintained, you have seen in your life sometimes or many times you say that. So when you keep your breathing normal or your mind to be good with some affirmations or some pointers in your life that
है.
this I have to do, then
You stay
that thing
calm.
is all
Yes.
balance. It's very good to know that breathing can change this.
Yes. और कहते हैं ना कि जब भी गुस्सा हो स्टार्ट ब्रीदिंग, डीप ब्रीथ करना शुरू कर दो और फिर आप काम भी हो जाते हो. इट ऑल्सो वर्क्स, राइट? Proper breathing benefits you in different ways. Slowing your breathing helps reduce anxiety. In breath walk, breathing your way to a revitalized body, mind, and spirit, Guru Charan Singh Khalsa and Yogi Bhajan mentioned the following benefits from slow breathing: 8 breathing cycles per minute, relief from stress and increased awareness; 4 breathing cycles per minute, intense feelings of awareness, increased visual clarity, and heightens bodily sensitivity; 1 breathing cycle per minute, optimized cooperation between brain hemisphere, dramatic calming anxiety, fear, and worry. Wow. हम में से कोई कर सकता है क्या? Only 1 breathing cycle per minute. That's a challenge.
Even 8 is quite a first we can start with 12, 8. We have not counted how many breaths we are doing in a minute. So
Yes.
it will be work first to see how many we are already taking in.
Yes, and we can start practicing it actually.
Hmm.
So it will, it will be, I don't know, anybody else has done, क्योंकि कई लोग योगा करते हैं, तो it might be possible that they are doing it.
Hmm.
Pranavi, would you like to add something here?
Yeah, it is actually possible, Karishma. Me though, I will ask my students, I'll just put a timer of 3 minutes and then I'll ask them to count how many inhales and exhales are being done. And before instructing that, I will tell that you just try to visualize or feel the essence of tortoise or a few animals, they live for longer years because of their breathing rate.
Mm.
So, so just as much as possible, consciously take deep breathings and inhales at a very slower rate. It's like the ratio of 5 seconds inhale and 8 seconds exhale. So altogether, in a minute, my students thought they would go for 8 breathings. I mean, 8 cycles.
Wow.
So gradually, if you really focus on that, gradually you can decrease to 6 max. So it
Okay.
works actually. It works. And before that, I will give a lot of stretches. So their body will be
Body
free enough
opens.
to, yes. So it will be free enough to fill a lot of oxygen in the lungs as well.
Wow,
So
wonderful.
yeah, it works actually.
Wow,
Yeah,
wonderful.
can I-
Hello,
can I-
Rajji. How are you? Thank you for
Yeah.
joining in.
Thank you, Karishma. In fact, I thought, okay, let me check because this is my first time attending. I just want to add what Pranamiji mentioned, like 6 minutes max, what she mentioned, but probably Komal or Renu, probably you might have heard. Have you heard about Iceman, Wim Hof?
Not really.
Yes, I heard about it, Raj.
Yeah. Yeah, Pranavi. So his world record is 20 minutes, one breath underwater. I'll just put in the chat so that you get to know him. Wim Hof. Wim Hof is a very powerful. I mean, if you Google Wim Hof, his breathing technique is very powerful. He says 20. In fact, the one who broke his record is Stig Stevenson. He's the founder of breathology, like biology, sociology. There is breathology. So I follow him because in 2016 had been through HeartMath breath facilitator program. If any of you heard HeartMath, please unmute and speak. I think as it's a small team, there's no need to chat. So this guy charges 5 to 6 lakhs only teaching how to breathe in rhythmic cycles. Stig Stevenson. He has got multiple Guinness Book World Records. In fact, BBC and National Geographic also did a research on his breathing pattern underwater because one breath cycle, 22 minutes, is beyond anybody's imagination. He's a he's a dive champion, like underwater dive champion, and the only thing is like his teacher is from southern India. So Stig Stevenson's Stig Stevenson, it's hard to pronounce his last name, but his teacher is from Karnataka or Bangalore because I did research on who taught him. It's part of his Facebook group and community or his book and all that. So Indian guru taught him the deep breath cycle.
Yes.
So that's another interesting fact.
Wow.
So
This is beautiful.
I
Interesting.
mean, it's an ocean full of knowledge as you explore HeartMath. Because there's this device which I still have. I still have it. HeartMath is an organization which teaches people how to have a coherent breathing, like a synchrony between the brain and the heart, like the way Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about it.
Great.
So, I mean, this particular page can be a 8-hour workshop also, but thank you.
Wow, thank you for this insight. It's amazing. Thank you for joining in. I think this insight was to come to us, and that's how you joined in this session. Thank you so much. Renu, would you like to add something here?
Thank you, everyone. I totally agree with all of you. It's just that whenever you are facing any negative emotions, that time you have to be mindful. Then only this can work, right? Or not? Am I right or wrong?
So the author is saying, Renu, that if you breathe correctly, you get enough oxygen in your brain, and then your emotions get affected. आपने सुना होगा जब आपको गुस्सा आ रहा है, how your mentors or somebody else would tell you count 5, breathe slowly. Does this happen? Why do they do that? Because breath also affects your emotions.
Yes, that only I was saying.
Yes.
That time you need that mindfulness and
Hmm.
mindset, how to, means that awareness should be there. This is coming. It's okay.
But really,
Acknowledge, accept, and then release.
Wonderful. Yes, Komal.
Yes.
yeah, I would like to add here to the point which Renu has shared is she is talking about we have to be aware in that moment. That's okay. But the thing is, if you are practicing breathing in general, or you are doing the breath work, then you won't feel those emotions and triggers. This is Karishma is also pointing out, I think, like you will become perfect in acknowledging that this trigger is not for me.
Komal, there is nothing called perfection. We all are humans. It is going to come. Emotions are meant to come and go. We do not
No,
have
but
to hold on to any of the emotions. And for that, we have to practice this breathing exercise
uh,
every
Yeah.
single day.
yeah,
Actually, most of the diseases do
yogis,
come up with shallow breathing. So
Hmm.
shallow,
consciously, you need to work on yourself at least for 20 minutes in a day,
right?
so that gradually your lungs will get used to that natural breathing rhythm. Otherwise, we usually do shallow breathing. So consciously, you need to work on this kind of things on a regular basis. Then automatically, after few months or few weeks or whatever, the lungs will know how to breathe in a particular pattern. So with all these things resultingly, we can control the emotions in a autopilot mode.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's what I was about to tell. Thank you all.
Even I've noticed in while practicing yoga, very basic 45 minutes or 30 minutes practicing normal, where I was not doing any breath work, deep breath work, or which sir was talking about, not some those types, but just basic anulom vilom or any type of breath work, which is very, or box breathing. So in that also I felt a very calming effect. And so it clearly shows that you
अगर
will
हम
get the
30
calm.
ब्रेथ्स लेते होंगे 1 मिनट में, अगर हम उसको भी 30 से 25 भी कर देंगे तो हमारे को शायद कामिंग इफेक्ट आना शुरू हो
Uh-huh.
जाएगा. 25 से 20 पे जाएंगे और कामिंग इफेक्ट आना शुरू हो
Everybody
जाएगा.
notices that after doing your practice session, you will feel calmness. You will
पर
get.
ऐसा तो नहीं है. आई वांट टू आस्क प्रणवी अबाउट दिस बिकॉज शी इज अ योगा टीचर एंड शी ट्रेन्स पीपल ऑन दिस एज वेल. जब हम धीरे धीरे ब्रीथ करते हैं तो वी बिकम स्लो.
Yeah.
ऐसे नहीं हो जाते.
Like you mean to say lifestyle will become slow?
हाँ, मतलब जैसे हम नॉर्मली अगर भाग भाग के कुछ काम कर रहे होते हैं, अगर ऑल ऑफ अ सडन में स्टार्ट, आई फील दैट नॉर्मल ब्रीदिंग में तो जो स्पीड है मेरे काम करने की वो स्पीड है. बट इफ आई स्टार्ट ब्रीदिंग स्लोली, माय बॉडी मूवमेंट्स आल्सो गो स्लो.
Mm-hmm.
I can add one more thing to that, Karishma. In fact, slow is powerful. They say calm is the loudest, right? When you're calm, I mean, you sound powerful and all being saying calm. So when you slow down, you act or you work under peak performance. That's what been told. Now, this all these world records doesn't matter. Be it sticks, Wim Hof's, or now this Croatia's is another world record, 24 minutes. All these, like the way Komalji mentioned, end of the day, everything boils down to the consciousness. Like because the breath is the rope. If the rope is taken out from our nostrils, like they say, again,
हाँ, वो
we have
थ्रेड वाली जो
like,
करते हैं. हाँ.
yeah, the Kundalini energy. So probably the Ida Pingala and all the breath
हम्म.
pattern. End of the day, all these scientific terms or yogic terms boils down to consciousness. How conscious are you with every work or with everything which we do in our awake state? And the thing which actually the real magic happens during the subconscious, or probably when we hit the bed or during that to 8 hours of sleep. Again, goes back to Dr. Joe Dispenza's uh, awakening the circles, like though we call it chakras or energy centers, even neuroscientists call the energy centers. They call it energy centers. We call it chakras. We call it various things, and almost every yogic teacher correlates it to consciousness. How conscious are we? Even in our when we slow down, there will be we will be in alignment with the universe. Things manifest faster. So if you wish to achieve 1,000 people in this 2 p.m. session, so the mission is so stronger, it'll
Amma,
happen more faster and quicker because you get to publish or
Amma, Chari.
Sorry. Hanji, Raj.
yeah, as in we will achieve our goals faster. That's what I learned from Murli Sundram. He had the breath work. In fact, when I had done my train the trainer, that's what we've been told. So what happens if I maintain the cyclic breathing pattern like a tortoise or like a blue whale? Tortoise or blue whale has got the best rhythmic pattern. If you slow down, it's also not too good because you get completely isolated from the universe. You feel like going to Himalayas, or you are completely detached with the outer world. That's what I was told. But if you breathe rapidly, again, you'll be in. There'll be lots of cortisol, or it's the different hormones which kick in. But if you want to balance between the dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins, the cyclic breathing pattern with whatever we do, be it exercise, walking, jogging, running, swimming, or even now, as you were speaking, I was a little conscious about the kind of meditation or the breath pattern which I have.
Even
Everything
I'm also
matters.
experiencing that now I have all of a sudden I have also slowed down on breathing.
Yeah. Probably, I'm glad to know Pranviji is one of the yoga instructors. Probably Shruti is also here.
Yeah,
So it's all about if we have everybody from QLA in here, this will be amazing. In fact, this is because we all have our own busy schedules. In fact, I just popped in to see what's going on. Let's see, Volker.
Actually, you have something called as Surya Bedana and Chandra Bedana Pranayama. Like if you do Surya Bedana Pranayama, you'll be energetic as that of the sun. I mean, you can tap the energy from the sun, and in this pranayama, you'll get the clarity of thinking basically. See, it's like when you have a certain problem, your brain will give you n number of solutions to that. But the biggest game is you should know what to pick up. So when you do this kind of Surya Bedana Pranayama, you'll be so much energized and you will get that clarity of thinking. And for sure, for a certain problem, you will definitely work out with the perfect solution. So there will be no confusions. And the scheduling of the day will also be perfect. I mean, not exactly that. I'm not really connecting to the essence of perfectness. What I mean to say is you can just remove all the unwanted thoughts or the illusional thoughts and all, and you'll get the real clarity. With Surya Bedana and with Chandra Bedana Pranayama, you'll again connect to those moon energies. You'll get that cooling energy.
Can you explain a little about this Surya Vedana?
Yeah, Surya Vedana is like you need to inhale only with the right nostril and exhale only with the left nostril.
So when a person is in illusions or delusions or some type of mind things, so is it like moon one is in excess?
It's like, I'll try to find, I mean, in my class, I always try to get the energies in a balanced way. If I give them a lot of strong, cardio with the yoga, then I need to cool their system down. Because if they go out of the class, they would sound more anxious and more, hyper kind of thing. So in order to settle down, I'll make them to do Chandrabhedana Pranayama. And if I make them only to just undergo kind of stretches and all, to just increase their vital, I mean, the energy levels and all, then I'll go to Surya Pedana Pranayama.
Okay.
So it's like that.
And also there's a shift. There's a shift for every 45 minutes or 90 minutes. Probably Pranviti
हाँ
can correct
तो
me.
मैंने ये भी सुना है कुछ
Yeah.
5-7 seconds के लिए we get both the nostrils, we are breathing from the both the nostrils. Normally we breathe from one of the nostrils more.
Yeah, we call it, I was told that both the nostrils will be active when we take a shower or when we run or a jog, or probably there'll be a slight, most of us either breathe through right nostril or the left. There'll be a shift in the cycles, but this shift also is alignment with the moon, the full moon and the
Yes,
afternoon.
yes.
That's
Somewhere
what,
our body is aligned towards the left part of it. So left nostril
is
has
the,
its kind of importance. I mean, I learned this subject maybe before my certification. So, but there is something related to the left part as a more, like,
that's true. Like
yeah.
the left nostril again is the cold. That's why the Shiva Parvati calendar also speaks about the feminine energy in breathing term, not only in yogic, is related to Parvati and the Gauri. And if you just Google images Shiva Parvati picture, you'll be able to see that Shiva is again the sun element, or probably the fire element. Uh, but as you said, not only 5-7 seconds, but I was told that when we do any particular action, when the Sushma Nadi is active, as in when both the nostrils are breathing in, you get to manifest things faster.
Manifestations also happen at that time, yes.
Yeah,
I've
probably
also
the Reiki energy or the healers, most of them know these terms, but not the subtle ways like the way the yogi gurus or the yogic teachers does. It's all about the vibration, how you raise your frequencies. Gargi also does it, by the way. There's also another powerful speaker, like Meher, I guess. Meher does it really amazing. Because we all get pumped up when she speaks. But if you watch her closely, the way the cyclic pattern which she maintains, it doesn't sound boring. It doesn't sound monotonous, but she keeps engaging. Gargi still needs to, this is not a session to judge them, but I keep observing because I love the way Meher speaks. In fact, the Rise and Shine, I was part of it. Uh, at times I smile or I look at the way these
She has
young,
a very high energy. We were
yeah,
together in a QLA meetup only, and I was amazed at the kind of energy she has.
yeah, youngsters, right? Young blood, probably they do not have any misconceptions or past beliefs, limiting beliefs holding them back. So they can, in fact, not only the success game Guinness Book World Record, they can do many things. If Shruti ji or Pranavi ji throws a challenge, they can take that up also. Or probably if you say 2 p.m. challenge, everybody take up the challenge. This is once in a year lifetime challenge. Everybody got to be there tomorrow. You just say like probably for International Women's Day, it comes only once in a year. Say it's a challenge for all the women. If you are a woman, be in the room. You put a intention, put a purpose. I'm sure this room will be
Full
another
of people.
600. When people love challenges,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
You can definitely do it because I wish almost everybody goes through this knowledge sharing. It could be only the reading sessions, but most importantly, we are not readers. That's another sad part. Most of us are very social media scrolling readers, as in just for the dopamine effect and all that, but not all of us are great readers. But for us to be readers, I think sessions like this needs to be filled in with more people, or probably the Zoom room should be filled in. There should be like a tight cap. The room is full, house full, and all that, because we see that in other Zoom sessions.
Yes, that's true. But yeah, people get time. People have their own priorities. I never say it is a problem of time or the energy exchange or anything. It's about the priority that they are setting for themselves. There are so many people who pay and then too they do not show up. So it's like their choice. I am there every day to serve you. If you are there, good for you. If you're not there, that's your loss.
That
Um,
that is saying maybe anything can be manifested.
Absolutely anything can be manifested, and I think I love the idea of putting it up like that I challenge all the women. If you are a woman, you have to show up in this room, and jo nahi aa raha, to fir what do I say?
Yeah, I like the way Shruti says fast breathing from belly makes to get rid of the heart attacks. Again, there is the even Tony Robbins does it, or all the other Art of Living.
Art
Ravi
of
Shankar
living में
also
भी
talks
Ravi
about
Ravi
it.
Shankar, yes,
I
ये
mean,
वो
yeah, the
ऐसे भी लिखते हैं
pumping.
इसके yes.
Yeah, again, there are different breathing cycles. I was told that like a fingerprint or iris, eye print, we also have unique breathing style. Everybody is unique based upon DNA. We all have our unique breathing patterns. Can that be recognized as a breath print, like footprint or thumbprint? That's something which I was not able to get a confirmation with. But aligning it to breath, uh, even I think Pranaviji, somebody shared right now, like best way to release toxins is through from the body. Again, one of the best ways 24/7 is breathing, obviously. The other ways of removing toxins from the body is like urination or defecation. Um, but breathing allows you to get rid of the toxins. Not many of us believe it. People based upon their bad diets with whatever they're putting in their gut, because gut they say is another brain, or it also has got memory, like the way heart has got memory.
Yes.
So that can be the memory of the gut, or probably the heart storing. They say by heart bolte na. The best way to improvise our physical memory, as in like the mental memory, like whatever goes in the mind or brain, is the core of everything aligns with the way we change our breathing pattern. So it could be again, the percentage of oxygen in the air is very less. If you just Google how much percentage of air is there, because when we breathe, it's not the pure oxygen, it's not the 100% oxygen. Because when we Google, I think I have to find most of the air which we breathe is nitrogen and
Nitrogen.
other gases. Air oxygen percentage, if you just Google again, we'll be shocked. But when we walk or jog, in fact, the Earth, only 20% of Earth atmosphere is oxygen. But for the inhaled air, it says 21% oxygen, nitrogen is 79% in the atmosphere. Other gases 0.17, carbon dioxide is 0.3. So when every breath we take, we don't get the kind of oxygen. That's why people enjoy going on a tour or going on a vacation or going to the hill station or probably on a walk. It could be spiritual because it's written in the scriptures, the way they put our great grandparents put it beautifully. We need to go on a vacation or go on a spiritual tour or go to a temple, jo bhi hai, Gurudwara. I have this in my to-do list to go to Guru Sahib near Guru Sahib, what is that? Near Haridwar. Sahib, I was told that again, seven chakras gets aligned with the universe, and also there will
At
be a
that place?
changes in the past season.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's
So,
insightful. What's the name of the place?
Hemkund Sahib,
Oh, Hemkund Sahib.
Gurudwara. I'm not sure if you guys had been anybody in the room.
I haven't been there, but
Hemkund
yeah, I
Sahib.
know.
Yeah, I mean that's in my not the Rishikesh one, but there was near Haridwar, I suppose. Probably 20, 30, 200 or 300 kilometers. I'm sorry. So again, it goes back to the cold bath or ice bath technique, because even Blair Singer talks about this. because the brain starts analyzing. It's the monkey mind which works faster before our breath starts recognizing the pain. So many things. But again, I guess, yeah, Renuji can speak, probably share something. Or
Shruti, what do you want to share? Chats में लिख रहे हो?
Either air subtle amrit elements different from the gross elements connection between.
Shruti, do you want to share anything, Shruti?
I
Yeah, she put
joined a
it.
little late. I was asking about difference between air and ether. In yoga, they used to tell about ether. Even Sadhguru, in one talk, he explained about ether. I was just asking about it. It represents from the Ayurvedic literature, ma'am. Google it is tell.
You have put something in the chat as well around the
Ether.
ear and
Same thing. What I saw from the Google, I have put that.
okay.
Yeah, and I just found this. In fact, probably Komalji or Shruti Pranavi Renu, Karishma ji, if you have time, just go for a dip in Hemkund Sahib. I was told July, August, September is the best time. But there's something magical happens. It's called reincarnation or probably rebirth. I heard this from multiple gurus. I mean, the yogi gurus who are the senior masters. And recently, when I had been to Kumbh Mela also, again, I booked my tickets to Haridwar, but I couldn't make it because it's not the best time right now. They said only the approval comes only in like May, June, July, or July, August is the best time. That's something which I strongly recommend because it's a trek, but your breathing cycle changes because by sitting all day long or probably doing the home chores, be it the dishes or washing or the regular stuff at home, you got to change the environment. Unless we change the environment or things don't happen or there's no shift in the business also with whatever we do. So it'll be the same old stuff. We don't see the change. Again, the depression kicks in. Again, we kind of like food cravings. Not everybody's liking my pose and all. I know people who make a couple of crores, not every month, but every year, the coaches who say don't get attached to the breathing pattern, probably the breath. Just keep on, just be in the flow state. The same thing with social media. Because the coaches whom I follow, they're all close devotees of ISKCON or Hare Krishna movement. And they also taught me the same thing. Do not get attached to, like, if you have 5 people, 3 people in your community, just go with the flow state. Whoever wants to come in will come in. And just because Gargi's community is active, I'm like, with whatever the stuff, the rebranding or relaunching, I'm here. Or else, again, I would be in my own world.
I'm glad that you joined. You shared such great insights. I was thinking that today, since this is a very small chapter, we might move on to the next one as well. But I'm glad that you joined in and you have shared so many insights in this session.
I mean, is it okay if I share my screen? I like it's a oceanful topic. I know people who teach how to breathe and charge like 6-7 lakhs per session. So I mean, this is
I've
something.
given you the access to share the screen.
Yeah, so if you just Google breathology, I mean, I always tell people the same thing because if we can charge 6-7 lakhs per session, just like biology, sociology, Komalji can do it, Pranavi can do it, probably any yogi teacher in India do it. Just again, he has an ongoing program. 6-7 lakhs is too much for a session, but his community worldwide is very powerful. Why I always point out to him is like thousands of yogic teachers worldwide, not only India. They all speak about various hours and all. There is the book or PDF also. It should be somewhere in my resources. Um, if somebody can teach about how to breathe, and he has got multiple records, why not others can do the instructor program? This one.
Yeah, I mean, you want to see more teachers in India, I feel you're saying that.
Yeah, that's right. As in, what is there? Probably the Patanjali or the yoga or Baba Ramdev and all. There's so many things. I mean, um, the thing
I
which
think
I'm trying
all
to
of them
stress
are
here is,
picking it up from this, our country only, and they're charging heavily. Why not have coaches over here only, जो ये सिखाएं, and it's, even more fruitful because it's going from our tradition only.
yeah, very true. In fact, his guru will be there. He gives credit to his guru. His teacher, who is an Indian, he gives credit. In fact, every teacher does give credit.
To
If you
their
do research, in fact, I had an image of what he spoke about. Uh, it's a very, I mean, the breath cycles, breathing, or everything which we do, because without breath, there's no life, right? Again, the yin yang energy, or again, the Asian countries, Japanese, or they also align with the breathing techniques. It's a huge science.
Some people even say the distance between to inhale and exhale, the middle thing, when you're inhaling or exhaling, after that, that is God realization something. I mean, this is like this also.
the
That
gap
in
between the
breathing
two.
itself, you will, between the two or maybe after, I'm not too sure, but there is a concept something like this. And another thing is Vipassana. They are also just watching breath work only. They are not doing the breath work, they're watching the breath, right? They don't do consciously, like faster, slower, nothing. What they have to do, 15 days, 10 days silence program, they have to watch
Hmm.
their breath. है ना? So that is also the same, because all the emotions, all the different names will be given according to Buddhism. That samskara, this vikar, and all those. My mom and mom's best friend, they both discuss these things. So what they say, oh, this thing is nothing. This is this coming up. Like anybody has said something to us, and we are pondering upon it. So they will
Hmm.
label it that not. It is nothing. It is my mind playing. So start watching the breath again. That is 3 hours she sits every day. Three
Wow.
hours. She has the privilege to sit. Husband is working and she's a housewife. So it's, but that is her dharma. She does other things also, like every week she's doing seva for this ashram people who come for the same meditation. So she's serving in that one, and because it has benefited her, so she's returning back in that sense. In my city, she has made an ashram for those people. They will come and stay, do the 1 day program. What is that? They learn the technique.
Hmm.
That is Vipassana thing. That, so basically, I wanted to say about breath only. That how important it is. We all are discussing the same concept. That breathing thing
Absolutely.
can same
चलो
like
आगे
prayers.
चले. हाँ, आगे चले. All right, that's a lot of discussion that can go on and on this topic.
yeah, and before we go ahead, Karishma ji, like I just want to add one last thing. Like the way Komal had whatever she shared gave me this hope. Like whatever the mantra which we know, if we keep chanting it in cycles, that also generates a breath pattern,
Yes.
which improves our memory, or whatever the mantra. Let it be Kausalya Supraja Rama Purva Sandhya Pravartate, or it could be any mantra which you know. If you repeat it in cycles, there
Yes.
is a rhythmic pattern which comes, and that will align your breath to the cosmic energy, and the manifestation happens quicker. Because this was the same question which I asked for people who take up vrat or fastings during
Mhm.
multiple religions. They do fasting and
Yes.
they keep chanting multiple things. So the reason behind the chanting is to create a breathing pattern. So beautifully done. through scriptures, Vedas, Upanishads, from our uh, grandfather, great grandfathers. It's been there for thousands of years, right from evolution. But so many things connected, interconnected with each other. So thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks to you, Raj and Komal and Shruti and Pranavi for sharing such insights. Thank you, Renu, for being a listener to this room. Rapid breathing, such as breath of fire, allows you to release stress, be more alert, and have more energy alongside with other benefits. You can watch a tutorial video here. There is some tutorial video, okay, that talks about breath of fire on YouTube. Okay. For more general overview of how to breathe properly, I invite you to watch a video that names Breath Walk, Breathing Your Way to the Revitalized Body, Mind and Spirit, or search out other books on breathing. And, Raj has shared multiple resources and ideas how we can, research and this and that. I'll be sharing the, जो chat summary आती है इसकी AI से generate, okay? So that, we can actually work on this because reading without implementation does not play any role. So why not start, using these wisdoms, pieces of wisdoms that we get into this room and work on it, right? Anybody wants to share anything else? Let's start from Renu. Renu has been very quiet. Renu, I would love to hear you. रेनू कहीं चली गई लगता है. Pranavi, would you like to add something here?
Yeah, nothing much. It should be I mean, I follow certain rhythm, Karishma. First, the body should be moved, and then we need to enjoy the stretches with our body, and then you can enjoy the real breathing pattern and all. So once you're done for the day, the whole day you will be active at any cost, and you can schedule the day with a lot of clarity as well. So that's what I mean. I'm not able to tell what's the real. You just do it, you'll come to know, Karishma. That's it.
Wow.
It has a deeper depth of it, yeah.
Wonderful. Shruti, would you like to add something to this? Cameras क्यों नहीं on है?
Everything needs practice, ma'am.
That's true.
Everything needs practice work.
Today, you know what I'm feeling? Because I don't do the breath work much. I feel all the gurus are sitting in my room and I'm only asking them, क्या कर रहा है? All right, Komal, let's hear it from you.
I have not learned many techniques, but I have done yoga by myself or by Art of Living, which sir was talking about. I've done advanced courses of Art of Living where they do a lot of Nadi Shodhan, which is Anulom Vilom. In advanced course, after every break, we all are doing this Nadi Shodhan. It is like Surya and Chandra is being balanced. We are using both in that one,
What Pranavi also said,
right?
na? And then
And
from
she's
here,
talking
and then
about using
get
the
into
one.
analysis.
That is, there are so many types in sometimes we are using only the one and sometimes we are balancing it. So most basic one is we are balancing it, which is called Anulom Vilom, the most common one we all know of maybe. So
Renu, high five,
and
high
other
five.
things.
Renu is saying, I'm also feeling the same. इसीलिए we have to be better students. Switch on your camera and sit attentively. हाँ, बोलो.
Yeah, so I've learned in Art of Living most often and not through or by YouTube videos. Those are my gurus, which Art of Living gurus are my gurus only. They different gurus come and they teach. Yeah, basic. And
And
maybe
there is
basic.
another way also, I mean, this is again a byproduct. I can't tell that you need to work for that as such. But then if you practice that, music also, you will get a beautiful hold on your breathing also. So when you get that breath control, your voice will also sounds in a much beautiful way. And I mean, all the vocal cords would get opened up, and they also the frequency matters. And once if you practice that music session and you come out of that, there also some kind of a regulation of the breathing happens. So yeah, so many things.
Wow.
But again, the other thing which I would like to add is the day we plant the fruit is not. I mean, the seeds are probably like the sowing and the reaping, right? It's not the day where we reap. Probably expect the fruit. So the fruits will come. Again, almost all the guru says just keep doing it blindly. The rhythmic cycling pattern. Uh, the fruits will happen. Probably it could be 30 days, 60 days, 90 days.
Sir, obsessive thoughts are coming for me some days. That also will control this breath work, sir. Obsessive thoughts
Yeah,
sometimes.
so Pranavi was sharing for that thing, like Vata constitution people, they are so maybe obsessive or illusion or such any thought will
Illusion.
will be linked to this Vata constitution. She was talking something. Maybe she'll be able to tell
Yeah,
more.
actually, if you do Surya Bredana Pranayama, that is right inhale and left exhale, you will get lot of, basically, you'll get a lot of clarity in your thinking. And once, if you get the clarity of thinking, you are giving a suggestion to your subconscious also. The clear suggestions you are giving to it. And then, if you really work according to that, I think, this obsessive thinking and all can be erased unconsciously. So, if you practice a certain technique, it works actually.
Yeah, again, to answer Shruti's question, the obsessive thoughts or negative thoughts, the number of thoughts per day, again, which everybody
The
speaks.
60,000 and above होते हैं thoughts.
Yeah, but most of the thoughts are repetitive thoughts,
Repetitive. हाँ.
and it's the Homo sapien brain. It's like the 5,000-year-old brain. We always look for survival mode.
Yeah.
So whatever happens in the brain is like it's always negative because the media is negative. It's not your mistake, my mistake, or our grandparents' mistake. Whatever the past uh, habits, because our body is subconscious, is a reflection of our subconscious. This,
Training the mind, sir.
yeah,
Like
Shruti.
training the mind, I train the mind badly. Or
Yeah, it's not only the training the mind because Dr. Joe Dispenza clearly says that the 30, we're all like 30 plus or I am 40 plus, but whatever the habits which we have right from our childhood days or school days, 25, 30 years of, by the time the human brain is evolved and fully, our complete body is a reflection of our subconscious. And there's no way we can change the subconscious overnight. So let the thoughts come in because thoughts are not facts. Another thing is whatever the thoughts are never facts. It's been proven. They just come. You just need to observe them, and you have to let it go. Uh, the easiest trick, which I normally tell everybody, is just follow whatever the leaders are doing because the team Rise and Shine or whatever Gagi does, just do whatever the other leaders are doing because the last time when I took a session also, um, the cyclic depressions or the cycles because of the hormonal changes and all, it's quite common because
Dopamine.
I have Shrestha. Shrestha is like a 13-year-old. I keep monitoring. She skipped the school today also. In fact, the reason I am in Gargi's community is for Shrestha only. Again, everybody part of ILH or the other teen group with whatever like the way Meher does and all. So I keep learning from not only other people, but if you watch most of whatever Dr. Joe Dispenza does, if you Google or YouTube, he clearly explains. There's lots of clarity. Even the way we write also, there's like Dr. Shah. I don't know if you heard about Dr. Shah. Everything which we write when we put pen to paper, um, this guy also does amazing things. We call him Master Shah and all. So like this, there are thousands of masters worldwide. But But again, he speaks about the writing and the inner
Uh,
healing, the inner child, and all that. So going back to whatever we do, it boils down to the cyclic pattern. This hurt math clearly explains when we have a cyclic rhythmic pattern, go back, take the cold shower because in the evening or probably by the time you hit bed, it has to be warm shower or if you do the regular chanting or mantra or whatever, this guy, HeartMath is an organization which had done research for thousands of years. Even, I'm sorry, not thousands of years, over 30, 40 years. They have complete R&D sector. And I know HeartMath facilitators, they also say HeartMath is an institution, just like Sri Ravi Shankar, Arisha Sadhguru and all that. But there is lots of scientific proof. They prove it to you on screen about how the thought pattern goes on brain. Even the recent Shark Tank, there was one of the doctors who talks about this. If we can activate our vagus nerve, I hope Pranaviji or probably other masters will agree to this. If we can activate vagus nerve in our body, everything will be solved. Almost all the problems which we have will be solved. It's again the parasympathetic nervous system aligned to vagus nerve activation. You feel blissful, you feel joyful, like a baby. There will be no skepticism. You won't put analytical mind into picture. You will not think, what if, what if. You will just accept things like a child. So activating vagus nerve is the ultimate goal of everything which
Art of Living has also started doing this for deep sleep, vagus nerve something like evening program. I have not done because yeah, we need to see how perfect these things are. So I have not done that, but I know they have also started some to remove insomnia, like to help those people, insomniacs and who are not able to sleep.
I'm
So
very curious to know, Raj, what do you do?
I'm into marketing, as in I edit content or I edit podcasts or my core niche is again my what I do for living is editing content or I edit audio, video or podcasts. We work with mainly I work. My past experience comes from working with clinicians in USA because that's my past background. Working in the US healthcare remotely. It's been for 5 years. But we sit and listen to therapists. Therapists, as in people who are in US. There are sessions where we sit and listen to them for 7 to 8 hours. So most of my learning or sharings is again something which I learned from other neuroscientists who talk about memory improvement, who talk about stress. We work on domestic abuse also. There are people who charge 15 to $1,600 over a weekend. Like they charge 1.5, 2.5 lakhs over a weekend. There are some set of clients whom I connected through LinkedIn. So whatever the Zoom recordings which they have, because post-pandemic, sometimes I feel it's a blessing because it gave me more work. Prior to pandemic also or before pandemic, I still
What
used
do
to beg people to come on Zoom call or have a chat with me and all that. So again, it's the shorts, reels, or whatever. If somebody has a website, most of their social media handles are inactive, and I target only the physicians or mainly the clinicians because they need more voice. If people listen to therapists working on mental health, my firm is called Video Therapy Network, but we're rebranding with Gargi through calling it as Dampreneurs. So what I do is again kind of, I wouldn't say therapy or healing because I'm not certified practitioner, or I wouldn't say, I'm not a clinical psychologist. But with whatever the knowledge which I had been through, practical exposures, multiple depressions, right? Everybody in their mid-30s, they go through multiple phases of depression. You can call it relationships or you can call it job, many things. I've been through that midlife career crisis. Now there is a phase where we can share knowledge and help probably improve others, accelerate their core strength, because we don't play to our strengths. And how to get out of the obsessed thoughts, the way Shruti was asking is
Because
straight.
even I face sometimes those things, like I'll get some thought and I'll not be able to remove from my mind. Yesterday something happened, I'll carry on for hours. So it
You,
happens.
we follow, Komalji, we follow only Stranger Secret. In fact, this is one thing to everything which we do boils down to Stranger Secret. I hope Gargi also did share this in QLA, because I was highlighting in one of the past sessions. Listening to Stranger Secret, I know many millionaires who listen to Stranger Secret even today. They listen to it.
Siddharth Rajshekhar also recommends this.
Yeah, everybody does. Pooja Puneet does it. Almost all Success Gyan coaches does it. Almost if you just Google or YouTube search Stranger Secret, you'll find thousands of videos of Stranger Secret. But listening to this twice a day for initial 90 days or 30, 60 days will create that mindset. This Stranger Secret is an extract from Think and Grow Rich and Napoleon Hill and all that, because that comes from their mentors, Bob Proctor.
These are some meditation videos or just like
No.
what?
Stranger Secret is a voice. It's like a 30-minute voice. You just need to play it in the background. You need not sit and listen to it consciously.
Okay.
Probably we can listen to.
Hey, it's Tim Carmichael, and I'm here with Diana Nightingale, and what you are about to watch.
This is his wife. Probably I'll just share this link. Is it okay, Karishma ji, if I put this?
Yes, please.
This is strange. This is Earl Nightingale's wife. This is best version, but you can search Stranger Secret. Hindi mein bhi milta. If you what many millionaires told, or what I heard from others, is if you listen to this for 30, 60, 90 days, there will be a shift in our perspective.
Okay.
I have also heard that many people get many ideas while listening to this, which can actually come into, reality. They start working on it and it comes into reality as well. You can, copy and paste this for your work.
Yeah, I just put that in the chat. And again, end of the day, almost all the motivational speakers and they all, I know lots of crorepati's who still listen to it even today, as in every single day. So my rituals will be the same. So how to get rid of the negative thoughts? If you play it in the background while doing the home chores, or probably cleaning the house or doing the dishes or paid the washing, if you just play it in the background, that's enough. It's not that we actively listen to it, but initially the 30 days, that will give you a different mindset. I was told that if you listen to it daily, you attract millions, which is true. How many millions I have attracted is a question now. But again, I'm on my journey to hitting 1 crore or making 1 crore online, trying to accelerate that with the way Gargi is doing it. In fact, everybody, if they can play their strengths and sell their.
This is very different thing, like how playing in the background is helping people out.
No, when you play it in the background, as in when you're doing chores, there
Sure,
will be.
Pranavi, एक second, just a minute. Sure, Pranavi, thank you for joining in.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
connect tomorrow at 2 p.m.
Yeah, sure, darling.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much for sharing such a good info. It was really a wonderful session. Thank you all.
Thank
Bye.
you. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, bye.
Thank you.
Oh, this happen every day?
Yes.
Oh God, how do you guys have energy for every day? Okay, so the thing is, so how listening to it in the background helps, because there's this inner voice, right? There's this chuck. There's a little voice. Blair Singer calls it the little voice. There's this voice which goes in the mind all the time. There's the only way to shut it down is probably hitting the grave. When you're in the graveyard, that voice gets shut. When we are all idle.
But
always,
it gets distracted when we are listening to something else, right?
No, when you're doing other chores, as in other work in the home, you can play it in the background.
Yes.
The thought pattern, it'll create a shift in the thought pattern, because most of the times as human brain, our thoughts are aligned to negative or the escaping the fear mode. We're always in the comfort zone. It's like we want to achieve a couple of lakhs. We all of us wanted financial freedom, achieving 3 to 5 lakhs monthly, but we don't want to escape our comfort zone. We are always in the like though other coaches say दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग and all that, right? So the way to escape that negative thought pattern is the stranger secret. In fact, there is another one from Jim Rohn, but that's an advanced, that's a 2 hours. Most of us will not stick to it.
There
But
is some sound also on YouTube. I also saw 8 or 9 hour video, which is like you hear this and your diseases are gone. I don't know, is it the same thing or
yeah, the musical, again, the
binaural beats, na? Those
yeah,
things.
binaural beats and the alpha beat, the gamma waves. Musical wise, there's so many things, but the analytical mind will not be happy. It gets more, we call it the monkey mind, right? There's lots of frustration, there's lots of anxiety. If we don't achieve 50,000, or probably bank, maybe call it the vitamin M or MIB, if there's no money in the bank, you feel frustrated. I mean, almost all the women, if they have the freedom to buy whatever they wish to, then wonderful things can happen. End of the day, you will use it for all the
Absolutely.
constructive things, or probably to clear off the debts and all.
True.
So best way to escape that thought pattern, as Shruti is not there here, but singing class, she said she started learning singing class. Everything goes back to
I
how
just give
fast, yeah, the
example
manifestation.
example for Shruti, but I myself was facing yesterday something happened and I was carrying on till today morning. My hours will go and I'll just carry it. It will be very, very minor thing. And my brain will not be able to let it go. My teacher, like my mentor, Gargi's community, I'm also from there itself. The teacher was saying, let it go. But that's not very easy for me to say, let it go. I will just get, I would love to explain to that person that what I meant. But what if they are not, what if they don't have time? Obviously, yeah. How come every sentence I'll try to explain? It is not possible. Now, my brain would love to have proper good communication and then it's fine. Otherwise, I'll be stuck in that loop.
The
Oh,
only way to let it go, Komalji, is like to change the environment. As in, go for a drive or go for probably people say the cold bath, cold shower is the best or the ultimate one, but we can't let it go because the environment which we are in, be it the home or the people whom
yeah.
we surround with, we need
I
a
think
break.
mine took time, but I think when I started doing some of the other things, like started writing some other thing, did
Just
not
a moment.
focus when I did not have anyone to.
Just a moment, Komal. Thank you, Renu, for joining in. See you tomorrow. All right. Komal, continue.
What's our spells?
Yeah, that only then I noticed that mind was able to let it go. I feel it's just a practice thing or a dopamine thing. Maybe something maybe related, but we cannot keep on stressing on neurons, dopamine. But it is linked to those things only. When our mind will pick up and it becomes a pattern. Those things become a pattern.
Don't happen immediately, as in we don't get to see the fruits immediately. But as we keep doing it on a daily basis, we call it the daily rituals. Again, the daily rituals which we have is again the family time or the exercise and the stranger secret and the mindset. The writing is
So you're
also,
playing this one every day, almost.
yeah, we do this every day. I mean, we've been
Stranger
doing
Secret.
like we have a checklist. In fact, Gargi also has got access to this. You'll be shocked. We have a checklist, as in we do it every single. Not me, the thousands of us, like the more than 35,000 of us.
No, do we have to
Um,
buy it or is it like online thing?
No, it's a course. Siddharth's course is there wherein he has given a checklist of few things that you need to do every single day.
yeah, it's probably if you look at this checklist, the today's habits. Though I haven't, though the stranger secret is done, the podcast or learning, and it's like create more than what we consume. So probably this will be like learning or course or podcast, because based upon the breadth and exercise anyway, the moment will be there. The family time again, how well you are managing. The meditation I've done. I didn't do the checks because normally we do this like by 5 p.m., 5 p.m., 5 p.m., 5 p.m. or evening time. So creating content creation, yeah, I've done a couple of other content for my own brand and for other stuff. The codex is the affirmations and all. So when you do this, there's the chart or a which goes. So it's these daily habits. End of the day, it's like family time, writing, and the exercise. They say exercise is the best medicine, right?
Can this help our brain also, like our thoughts and mind?
Yeah, writing goals, because most of us don't work on goals. Most of us don't have list of goals because we think they are not achievable and all. But daily goals, we write
Daily.
like 20 pages of goals. I have like 20 pages of if you can.
Okay.
Like this is the other ones are blank. I'm still yet to write.
Right.
But again, what am I going to achieve in next 3 hours, 4 hours? And at Dampreneurs, that's what I work on. Like every 8 minutes, I keep checking, because if there is no reflection, the mind shifts to the negative thoughts. It'll go with the social media scrolling, and it'll not be constructive. So again, the creator's mindset is what will keep us in the floating mode. Like the way, in fact, this session, like the way Karishma is doing it every single day, this is what everybody is supposed to do for their mini communities. It's not easy. People say it's easy. What's their
I do it twice a day.
Wow. Subha, what time you do in the morning?
Like one is at 2 p.m. and the other one is at 10 p.m. night.
10 p.m. Oh God, 10 p.m. I can't. It's
Sleep time.
But you're most welcome to join at 2 p.m. You have the link, save the link, because I don't share the link every now and then. It's only once in a while that I share it there. Keep it safe with yourself. I would love to have you more often, because there's a lot that we learn from you, and we would love to learn more in the upcoming sessions. Tomorrow, we will be getting into how our environment affects our emotions. And I'm looking forward to have you all in the session. Thank you so much. And see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Bye-bye. God bless you. Have a wonderfully successful day ahead.
Thank you for so many insights, Raj and Karishma. Yeah.
Thank you, Karishma.
I'll search whichever I've written notes, whichever you discuss things, Stranger's Secret, and so many things. I'll look into it for my OCD things. So I have been labeling those like OCD, OCD, OCD. People say don't say, but it doesn't go this way. Yeah.
कोई बात नहीं. We are working on this. We
are
will be working on it more. Environment
Agree.
के बारे में भी कल बात करने वाले हैं. So let's see how does it come.
Beautiful book.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.